Good morning, folks. This is old Giddy Up coming to you from the green rolling hills of Tennessee. This morning we're going to talk about why you should own a gun, and this is primarily directed at the folks who do not presently own guns. Now, you hunters, your ex-police force, ex-military, and outdoorsmen, you know the drill. So this is directed primarily to those who don't know the drill. Okay, folks, if you don't own a handgun, let me ask you this question. Have you ever been in a situation where a handgun might have been of a benefit to you? Maybe it would have saved your life, or perhaps the life of a family member or a friend. Well, probably not. But that doesn't mean that it can't happen to you. And if it does happen to you, what are you going to do? Well, there's probably nothing that you can do short of getting yourself or someone else killed. So even if you think you never would have a reason to own a handgun, you're dead wrong. And I emphasize the word dead. Folks, there's a lot of things going on in this country today that could very well make it very beneficial for you to own a handgun. And I urge you, each and every one of you who do not have one, to get one, and to get one quick. And I emphasize the word quick because the government is beginning to make it very difficult for you to obtain a gun. They're getting kind of scarce. They're going to put a lot of tax on it. They're going to be taxing ammunition, and that's also getting scarce. So time is running out. You need to get one, and you need to get it very quickly. Now we're talking primarily to the people who don't have handguns, and we're going to put a little bit of emphasis on the older Americans. That's folks like me. Now, if you open your front door and you're confronted with a home intruder, what are you going to do? You're at his mercy, and your family is at his mercy. In all probability, at our age, we're probably not going to engage in hand-to-hand combat with this individual. But if you've got this handgun in your hand, very little physical activity is required. You're in control. Okay? So now you've decided to buy a gun. What kind of gun do you need? Well, it depends on a lot of things. Number one, do you have any experience with firearms? If so, you probably know exactly what you need. So go out and get it. But if you have no experience, then probably what I would suggest to you is a handgun. And what kind of handgun? Well, for most of you, particularly older Americans, if you're going to carry a handgun on your person, you being the man, by the way, you're probably going to want something light and small but effective. And I'll show you this. This is a 38 5-shot revolver. It holds 5 rounds. It's small, easy to operate, and relatively safe. Now, this handgun that I just showed you is probably on the upper end of some handguns, and might be a little bit expensive. But there are some inexpensive weapons out there, and you don't need the finest in the world. You're only trying to defend your life. You don't want it to blow up in your hands, but you want it to do the job, and you can get one at a reasonable price. As I said, this is a 38 caliber 5-shot revolver. Uses this type of ammunition. Although this is a hollow point, You probably wouldn't use hollow points, but they're available to you. There are a number of different handguns available. For you ladies, if you intend to carry one in your purse or person, I suggest something very small and very effective. Now, I'll show you one on the screen of what I'm talking about. Let me remove my logo here. Okay. Here's your handguns. Small handgun that can be carried in your pocketbook or in the glove compartment of your car, and they're even smaller than that. The gun dealer will show you exactly what you need. Okay, you're afraid of handguns. You're at your home. You don't want a handgun, but you want something to protect you. Here's your choice. Shotgun. Very, very effective and very, very scary to anybody on the other end of the barrel. Shotguns are very reasonably priced, some of them. And with this pointed at someone's chest, you can be sure he's not going to do anything. So folks, I urge you to buy that handgun. I'm telling you, something's going on in this country. You may not even want to think about it, but the time is coming, and I sure hope I'm wrong, and I hope everybody else is wrong who is professing this same information. But the time is coming where you may need it. Oh, you may not need it to go out here and fight the government or their special police forces, but you very well may need it to protect your home, your property, and your family. There are a lot of weirdos out there, a lot of strange folks, and some of them may show up at your door. Food's going to get scarce. Food's going to get expensive. It's going to drive some people to crime. They're going to come into your home and take your food, take your property, to feed and take care of their own families. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, it appears. So my advice to you is to be ready for that eventuality. Go out, purchase that handgun, and all important, please, before you fire a shot, go out and get some qualified training on how to use that handgun, how to clean that handgun, how to take care of it, and more importantly, how to store it. Make sure you learn how to store it in a proper location where you have immediate access to it and children do not. Because a gun in your hand that you don't know how to use is completely worthless. So folks, I'm not an expert at this. I'm just a red-blooded American trying to prepare you what I think might be coming down the pike. So I hope you got a little bit of information out of this video, and please go out and get that gun. And we'll be back on again with videos on some different topics. So you stay tuned. This is Old Giddy Up. And to quote one of my cowboy heroes, may the good Lord take a liking to you. See you, folks.